now request the veteran, the runner of the association, and the person who represents, I think, hundreds of associations, recyclers across the country, to share the recyclers' real perspective now, what they feel and how they want to take the EPR from here. Mr. Satish Goyal, over to you.
Thank you, Akramji, for your kind contribution and given opportunity to present our views as a recycler here. First of all, welcome all the delegates from the manufacturing companies of tires, all the plant manufacturers, recyclers, and ladies too. So, being a recycler, I am representing All India Rubber and Tire Recyclers Association. This is association of more than 300 recyclers all over India. This is the largest association of recyclers which are situated or located across India. We have consist of rubber crumb, reclaim, tire manufacturers, and recyclers in tire paralysis, as well as we have technology providers in our association. Important thing, it is not working. Yeah. We have many recyclers who recycles these ELTs by extend their life, and some of the recyclers we have, they are putting these ELTs into their end of life cycle. So, first of all, I want to talk about the generation of tire. As you know very well, that there is 6.5 lakhs tire per day produced by the companies. Out of that, 3 lakhs tires per day is discarded by our Indians. So, on an average, approximately 18 to 20 lakhs ton tires are discarded by Indians in a year. So that is need of the hour, because we are listen very most respected speakers that had very well said that this is a very complex material. Yeah, this is very complex, and we need, everybody need the technology which can recover 100% out of it. So we have these technologies. We have many answers to your questions. I think we have, being a recycler, we can solve or we can implement this strategy very well. So this is a very simple slide here, like tire pyrolysis. That is a very big word here. So I want to describe this slide first, because there is a misleading fact prevailing in India that we are burning the tire and extracting oil and all that. But this is true that, जैसा कि simple आपको slide यहाँ पे show हो रहा है अभी, one side is tar and second type is the end products. So really it is very simple, because very simple technology is applicable in this tire pyrolysis, and we are consuming very less electricity also, because we have our availability across India, so there is no need to transport, handling or storage the tires. We are recycling these tires at the site of the discarded material. So this slide shows हमने अगर 100% 100 kg tire use किया है, then we are recovering 100% raw material that is used by another industry. So this is very simple, that in a closed chamber, we put these tires, 7 to 8 tons tire per day in a closed chamber, and by the heating process, when it melts, जब कोई भी चीज़ को गर्म करेंगे तो वो मेल्ट होगा तो उसका गैस बनेगा. So this process is done in absence of oxygen. So there is no chances of leakage. There is no chances of burning. This is pyrolysis. This is chemical factor we are doing. This is thermochemical reaction we are producing by heating that tire in closed chamber in absence of oxygen. That is true. After the melting of that tires, it get converted into gas. Then there are two types of gases produced during the process. One is condensed gases, second one is uncondensed gases. Condensed gases we can condense and convert into the hydrocarbon oil. that is very clear, that is 45% hydrocarbon oil we are generated out of 100. 10% is the uncondensed gases that is used in the same recycling process for the heating purpose of that reactor only. Third one is most important part, that is carbon black. We are producing a carbon black that is quantity wise is 33% contribution, and third one is that metal available in that tire. That is 12 to 14% according to the manufacturing of that tire. So I want to show here that we need to treat that complex material which is said by earlier speakers. So we need that 100% recyclable, recoverable technology that is here already. We are given this opportunity for the ELT implementation, that is tire pyrolysis. So the product derived or obtained from this process is also very useful, and that is also very, very high quality product we are producing. One is tire derived fuel. That is, the main important thing is tire derived fuel has a sulfur content less than 1%. That is very, very less than the furnace oil, which has 4% of sulfur content, as well as carbon residue. The residue is also 3 to 4%, which is very, very higher with furnace oil, that is 12%. At the same time, most important is the GCV. Calorific value of this tire derived oil is 10,300 and more. So it is very useful component. So now I will talk about the size of the industry. How much investment, how much reactors, how much technology we have installed across India. So this is very clear that Anand Kumar Saab has shared that more than 700 units are running across India, that is of pyrolysis. There are two types of technology which can recycle these rubber and ELTs. One is crumb and reclaim. So I want to share here that 3 to 4 lakhs tons of tire per year is recycled by our channel partners, our members, recyclers, that is using crumbing or reclaim technology. Rest of the 18 to 20 lakhs of ELTs are recycled or processed in tire pyrolysis only. So this is the size of the industry that we have on an average more than 700 units. So we have 2 reactors if we take average, and most of the 20 days working in a month because it is a batch type technology. So we are consuming or recycling 18 to 20 lakhs of ELTs per year that is generated or produced by the tire companies or imported from elsewhere. As well as out of these 18 to 20 lakhs of tire, we obtain tire derived fuel. This is more than 7 lakh ton per year, and carbon black, which is 6 lakhs ton per year, and more than 2 lakh ton is the steel scrap that is going to recycling again. So this is a versatile industry. Why it is versatile? Because this technology in pyrolysis, we can use each size and shape of the tires. जैसा कि अभी महमूद साहब ने बताया कि we upgrading in the technology. They may come with other types of tire, nylon, rubber. A composition of tire is a natural rubber, synthetic rubber, as well as additives, as well as metal, fiber, textile are involved. So there is need of segregation here, but in tire pyrolysis there is no need to segregate because we have such a technology that can handle each and every type on size of the tires. Maybe TBR, PCR and OTR that can be treated wholly and in cut pieces or in 3 pieces in our technology. As well as, it is not visible. Readily infrastructure is available across India because we have more than 1,000 reactors available that can process discarded tire at the site, at the location. As well as with the minimal external power, because the usage of electricity in our industry is very less as compared to what we are gaining, what we are obtaining from that site. The product application has a multifaceted aspects here because we are using these tire-derived fuel in many industries like cement plants, as well as road construction plants, smelters, many hot mix plants and all that. So one of our reputed company delegates is also available from the cement company, from Lafarge. We can have their view also because they are the main consumer of our finished goods, what we are getting from tire pyrolysis. They are using our carbon black as well as tire-derived fuel as well. As well as we are working on our reduced dependence on the foreign crude, and definitely if we are manufacturing more than 700 lakhs ton of tire-derived fuel and 600 lakh ton is our carbon black, so we are reducing dependency on the crude oil and petcoke especially. As well as we are reducing or we are achieving the goal of Make in India because we are processing that raw material, that ELT on the site. Not we are going to transport or importing somewhere else. So with the constant upgradation and cooperation by our honorable CPCB, NEERI, IIT, as well as from the many relevant technical institutions, has visited our plants, our factories, and guided us. So we have, that's why now meeting the requirement which can meet out the environmental issues particular. As well as now we are working on our finished goods. We have upgraded now to take care all the ELTs, and now we are working on the finished goods like tire-derived fuel. We are working on the purification so it can be used by the other industries where fuel is used, or we can reduce the dependency on the crude oil. Similarly, most important thing that we have installed 3 factories or technology across India which are working on the carbon convert into the RCB, recovered carbon black. That is used in the paint and coloring companies, as well as that may be used again in tire manufacturing process. So which will reduce the virgin material dependency as well. Steel cleaning and higher efficacy is also planning. And most important slide here today, that is challenges of EPR. How AIRTRA, recyclers of AIRTRA has an important role to play in EPR challenges and the solution. First, too many players. Yeah, there are many players available across India, manufacturers, collection, aggregators, as well as recyclers, government bodies and all that. So we have a platform with the name of AIRTRA, which is already established. We have infrastructure proper here, so we can bridge that gap by help of AIRTRA. Lack of segregation of the product, because it is not needed in this technology. We have tire pyrolysis along with crumbing, our members. One side we are doing, TBR is used in tire crumbing and reclaim. So second part is tire pyrolysis, where we are using PCR and other scrap material very well. So there is no need to segregate the tires, which can be recycled at the site. EPR monitoring and implementation in all largely populated country. So we are complied. Our recyclers members under the banner of AIRTRA already compliant in GST, Electricity Board, DIC, Pollution Control Board, hazardous waste, and etc., etc. So it is monitoring is very easy. How to monitor that it is a different task, difficult task during the implementation of EPR, but AIRTRA can help in this. EPR implementation will be inefficient if the informal sector is not duly recognized, organized and formalized. Because our channel partner, जो टायर इकट्ठा करते हैं, they are not organized, they are not registered members, because they are collecting their tires from the garages and puncture wala and all the workshop from there and coming to the scrap dealer, and then they are sending us that material. So it is very difficult but we have started already, being AIRTRA person, I can assure you that we have started after GST, that we are not taking their goods without invoicing and all that. So they people are now registering their self in GST portal as well as another required departments. Inadequate infrastructure. No need to worry about this because we have more than 1,000 reactors across India. So we can handle that part and giving a 100% recovery of the raw material. Gaps in the system. So there is already MOEF and CPCB has decided to prepare a portal where everybody has to register and prove themselves and part of the implementation. So being AIRTRA, recyclers will be on board only when it is required. So we are open-minded and we are there, always there to make this strategy or this policy 100% successful. Thank you. Any questions? Yeah. There was a question from Ruchika ji, I think. She was asking about the continuous and batch type pyrolysis. And what else? Anything else? So there is two technology named pyrolysis, but one is continuous process, one is batch pyrolysis. Continuous is a very, very costly technology available in market, but that depends on the small size of tire that is cut into the pieces and then it is used in the continuous batch. That is called 20 mm or we can say in chips form. But that is available. For that, they have to install shredder, a big size of shredder. Before processing into the pyrolysis, they have to convert into the chips. So that is also energy consuming aspect. But we have 3 pyrolysis continuous plant across India and more than 700 as I was shared already. That is the batch pyrolysis, but it is very easy to install. That is very inexpensive, very simple technology to recycle this one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we'll take a couple of questions.
My question is to Mr. Satish.
Little quick and
Yes,
question.
so my question is, I am from e-waste recycling. So my question is, you have mentioned there are 300 recyclers with you, right? Mr. Wright told, how many of them are environmental conscious recyclers in the rubber industry? In e-waste, I can tell you only 10% of them out of 440 recyclers. So can you answer that question? And how do you see, what he has raised? As a recycler, I would like, like JK Tyre, Continental, to give you solutions to how to be environmental and how sort of EPR rates so that your profit margins are high and then you could invest in your environmental compliances. Thank you.
I respect your question. You asked that these 10% of total recyclers are compliant or following the rules for the environmental factor, right? But it is wrong because we together with CPCB, NIRI and IRT, I was the part of that committee. We have visited many plants and guided them. Many technology, we have added some technology. We have given a good name also this industry. Very soon will be listening from the MOEF and CPCB that there will be a new model available of this technology, that is ABAP, Advanced Batch Automated Plant, which will be complied because we are waiting for the EPR policy as well as new SOP, Standard Operating Procedure, which was shared by the Anand Kumar Sahab yesterday morning only, that very soon they are giving us a new SOPs which will help us to upgrade more in our plants. We are 521 units are there available which are complying old SOP. But there is a requirement of new SOP. After that it will be done.
Yeah.
Hello. Can you please explain, you had said in your pyrolysis system that 40% of oil is recovered. Now this oil can be used by furnaces or is it used for automobiles, etc., etc. also? Thank you.
What I heard that your question is that where the pyrolysis oil is used, right?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, this is a very good end product of pyrolysis industry. As I said earlier, its sulfur content is less than 1 and carbon residue is less than 4 as compared to furnace oil. So it is, GCV is more than 10,000. So it is used in cement plants, road construction plants, smelters, many industries, steel industries where fuel is used, where LDO and furnace oil is used. This is the alternative source which we are derived, obtained from the recycling of that ELTs. So this will help to the reducing the dependency on the crude oil and pet coke.
Okay.
Yes. Hello.
I see now a lot of questions. I was little worried. Yeah, please, no, keep.
Yeah.
We will take almost all questions.
Satishji, I am Sanjay Goyal from Tyre, Kharagpur. We have a processing plant and we process more than 600 tons a month and we are into crumb rubber. So my question is, pyrolysis, I'm a chemical engineer otherwise. My question is this pyrolysis, which is a batch process and you have been working quite a lot. We have seen your activities like everywhere during all pyrolysis units in India, you have been very active. Now this pyrolysis, batch pyrolysis and continuous pyrolysis, ultimately the products remain same. So in batch process, in continuous process, what you do is you take tires, shred it and make it a small pieces, then you feed it. So whatever the energy goes in making that, but I mean 2-3 rupees is being incurred just to make the tire into a small components and again feed it. But finally the products remain same. Moreover, even the wire, which is there otherwise sellable very easily these days into all induction furnaces, making small wire, cutting it and removing it from that. And again, some parts of iron remains there in carbon, which in a way adulterate that carbon to wire and wire to carbon both. So I mean batch process and continuous process, the end results remain same, the recovery remains same. But just for either it is to convince the government that because continuous is better, that's why we are adopting this, or what is the reason why we are not really sticking to batch in some moderate way, some more, some extra precautions, extra safety type, because continuous I see it is more adding money to it. The final results, everything remains same. Second of all, pyrolysis, can't this pyrolysis be used for plastic also? Or the plastic pyrolysis is a bit different from this because plastic has more than 60 to 70% oil compared to this, and there's no end product also.
For your question, it is a good question and it is prevailing in each and every recycler's minds also. आपको अगर यहाँ से हैदराबाद जाना हो तो आप फ्लाइट अगर आपको 1000 में मिलेगा वो पकड़ेंगे या 5000 में बस का टिकट पकड़ेंगे. सेम यही चीज़ इसके अंदर है कि अगर कोई चीज़ को प्रोसेस कर रहे हैं अपन, तो प्रोसेस करने में जो एनर्जी लग रहा है, जितना मनी अपना स्पेंड हो रहा है, अगर वो बैच पैरालिसिस में कम है एंड कंटिन्यूस के अंदर ज़्यादा है, फर्स्ट हम टायर को श्रेडिंग करने में जितना पैसा खर्च कर रहे हैं, जितना एनर्जी कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं, इन ए बैच पैरालिसिस इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंजम्पशन इज़ नॉट मोर देन 20 to 30,000 in a month. And but in a continuous process, it is more than 1 lakh. So why we are spending energy to recycle that material again and again? So this is simpler process, that is batch paralysis. That's why after 12 years of journey, we are here that only 3 continuous plants available and more than 700 of the batch paralysis available in India.